Hello everyone, it's me, School Doodles, and welcome to 8.8 of World of Tanks. And to start off, we can just go through some quick changes. So in the settings, we can see down there is National Voices, which I fully recommend. They're really good. There is what else is this? Where's something else? The sensor message seems to be broken for me. I've got it off censored. Oh, I don't know what happened then. I've got it off censored. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work very well. So yes, and I'm using a mod pack. I'm using Quickie Baby's mod pack because it's probably the best mod pack out there. So the thing I always used to struggle with is XVM would change how the health looks. And it would do such a tiny thing, but it'd do my head in. I didn't like playing with it, but now it's fine. Really good mod pack. I fully recommend that. He's got a video up on YouTube, so you should check that out. And I'll show you a quick battle. But anyway, some replays stored. So this came out a couple of days ago. T34-3 Tier 8 Chinese Premium alongside the Type. However, you can't get the Type anymore. And I'd show you it comparison-wise, but I don't have a Type. I picked Super Pershing when they were both in the store. I made a mistake, clearly. So, but I can tell you because I've stacked up against James's in game. Exactly the same health, exactly the same weight, same engine, same speed, same traverse, slightly less armor. Well, we'll come back to the gun. Same turret traverse, same view range, same signal range. It's practically a Type with less armor and a different gun. That's practically the difference. So the armor is slightly less than the normal Type, but I've still bounced some shots on this front plate angled. I wouldn't trust it that much with side scraping, but I've not really played it enough to experiment with that yet, because 50 is pretty crap, really. It's terrible. The turret, even though it's not as strong as the Type, it's still 190 and it's, rounded, so it's pretty strong. I've found that turret so far. I mean, side's reasonably strong if they're shooting at it like there. It's just going to bounce. Probably bounce there. Probably not. Nothing's going to bounce off the back of this unless they shoot tracks by accident. So anyway, let's move on to the interesting part of this tank, the gun. And as you can see, it's a 122, and it's got a fairly good rate of fire. It's not excellent. I mean, I could probably compare it to the i6. The i6 has got a 5.1, so it's an extra round a minute, which is the i6 is just a brawling machine now. Pen, terrible. Premium pen is pretty good. In fact, it's very good. It's very helpful. Damage is excellent because it's a 122. Accuracy is garbage. Aiming time is garbage. But I've been getting pretty lucky with accuracy on this gun. On service record, which is all new. This, I think, where vehicles. Nation, we'll sort by nation. Let's find it. T34-3. I've had 20 battles and my hit ratio is 85% practically. So it's been pretty good. So in 20 battles I've had a lot of fun in this tank. It platoons up very well with a Type. Very well. Because you're exactly the same speed, same mobility. But let's say the Type can keep them, they'll stop them from charging around the corner, let's say, whilst you reload this big gun, and then when it's reloaded you can both charge round and just whittle it well. Take a big shot out of them with this, and the Type can get a couple shots in and then this again, and it's pretty hard to deal with it, especially if you get right up to them so they can only look at that turret. So it's a very good tank, this. Fully recommend this tank so far. It's been very good to me. And I've got some games to show you. So it's going to be a bit of a special episode. This is going to be quite long, but I'll probably try and get it up today. So I'll see you all in a minute. And we're back, and my friends were a bit iffy. I'll sort it out. That's alright. So as you can see, this was, I think, my first or second ever battle in this machine. I'm platooned up with James and his Type. Something is wrong with my replays. To hold Alt down. That's the one. See the national voices in there, very good, and you can see the XVM is actually working in replays as well. So this is Quickie Baby's XVM. It's got the hit marker there. I think mine messed up a bit because I tried adding Jimbo's mod to it, and then decided I didn't want it, so it's messed up the colouring there. and the map does have a tells you what's what in your view range or radio range. I think it's the radio range, which is useful, but it's not super necessary. XVM's more what I care about. You can see it's a 49%er. They've got a very dangerous T32, and our team's not that bad. So I never go this way, but I'm sticking with James. Sorry, it's not my. There we go, alt. Messing up, and I don't know the reload on this yet, but this game was pretty weird, to say the least. I don't know how I survived, to be honest. I think their team must have been a bit derpy, to be honest. But and we're one down. Oh yeah, it's recording stuff up there. How strange. This is pretty strange. It's not now. So I had no idea what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie. I've never gone this way before since this map's been remodeled. I used to hide. I used to go around here and use that ridge if I had a good turret. But now, alternate showing hit points left. I see. Interesting. So I don't know how I survived this, but you know what? I'm gonna get some shots on them. See, he's going to get a shot, kill my commander. I completely miss like a dumbass. Fortunately, they're not very smart. But yeah, I'm kind of derpy in this game. But this is the power of this gun. Annoying little ELC is no more. And I've noticed with National Voices, I don't know when it's like our commander is dead. You can see a bounce there from the new VK. Type's gone. I eat that as well. He's gonna have trouble with his 130 pen, really. So I'm watching for that T34. 3 and he just went through. Well played. So I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. This isn't a good game to show how to really play this thing. I can show you the damage you can still do playing dirty. Because I mean, I should be dead right now, to be honest. 200 health. No one likes me. I've realised that my my ammo rack was gone. James is taking on them. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. But it's still the damage this thing can do. I'm trying to be opportunistic. I realise because of my pen, I need to kind of try and make situations happen where I'm around them. Of course I didn't with the VK, but I just decided I would. Okay, just pen James as well, and I'm deciding, you know what, I'm on 200 health, let's take out to T34. Bit scared, of course. I was like, he's not going to come out. He's gone, and somehow the team's clawed it back. Somewhere. Massive damaging hit. Well, that T34 is doing something stupid. Gone. Now we can move on to the T34-3. However, I was like, oh James, you need to go first, because I'll die in one shot, and realised he was on 23 health. But he's fired, if I'm still reloading, I fired ages ago. He's still reloading. Didn't really aim that. I'm trying to get it back. Whilst the team flank. And then I'm asking James where he's looking, and he aims at James. Misses, luckily. Artillery misses me, I believe. Yeah, that's the damage these things can do. By the time James has taken 2 shots, I've taken 1, and it's around 800 plus damage. It's very damaging. But there's only 3 of them left. I think our team's probably going to be good enough to kill them. So just going for it now. See if we can get that 4th kill, or James can get brothers. See the horrible aim time and accuracy of this gun. Absolutely horrible, but we've got away with not using any prem, which is quite expensive in this tank. It's 5,000, 4,800, which isn't good. I told James to go for arty, I think, at some point. As soon as he misses, I just go for the shot. 3-2-3 in a tight, that wouldn't have killed him. Most likely. This thing, it's 9 times out of 10 going to kill him if it goes in. So if James can just get that Hummel, his brothers in arms, anyone think he's going to get it? Oh, yeah. He's got a couple more games after this to show you. They're done a bit better. But these were all games in succession, straight after each other. So, yeah, I'm not sure about this tank. I think it's pretty powerful, to be honest, at the moment, until people will just find loads of weaknesses with it. Or it'll probably just get the same ammo rack as the Type, since it's on the same pretty much chassis and hull. So, meh. So I'll bring the result screens up and then we'll be joined by another game. And we're back with another game, and you can see this time it's going to be a tier 9 game. So this is the worst match this thing can ever get in. Give or take a few more tier 9s, probably some nasty artillery. But SVM on, so we can see that this is a 51%. They've got some very, very experienced players, like the IS-2 and the Type, T34, the T32, they're all very experienced. And we've got our top, so I'm pretty confident, even though it's 51%. I don't know if it takes into consideration that our better players are the high tiers and there's the low. Probably does. But I'm not sure where I'm going at this point. I'm just following James. So I need to sort that out. So we're just going to follow James. I thought he was going up here. We're going to like try and prop it up, but he decides we're going middle. So I'm going middle. It's nice to have games where you win consecutively. Nice job, Scott. Rather than just losing bad, which is what's happened the past few days, well, weeks. And then all of a sudden get a new tank, it's just a lot better again. So I can see you've got a stock Conqueror, which then gives me less hope that we're going to win, to be honest. So sometimes there's such a big difference between fully upgraded and stock. See James gets a shot at Conqueror's like, oh, I can get a shot at that. Oh wait, gun depression. This has pretty much nothing. The Type has a bit more because the gun's a lot smaller. Well, looks a lot smaller. So I think I've decided to just go for it. Push the tempo, why not? See what we can do. There's 2 scouts and a tier 8 heavy. Just do this. I realise I'm probably not going to get in it from that angle. Misses. I realise no one's helping me. Then the Conqueror goes for it, so me and James go for it. I'm going to take out the oh, ram that to death. I wanted to do a 1-2, but it wasn't meant to be. I think I decide I'm just going to leave him. I don't. Gun now, Super Persian, and it's that issue. So James is going for it, so I'll go for it with him. Take out that pesky AMX with probably, say it's supposed to be a really horrible, inaccurate gun. It hits straight away. Now I'm just going to try and stay behind him. Massive shot, getting shot by that BK. So I decide I've got to get a run, some cover. And there's an IS-2. He's a good player. I would have thought he would. Oh, he's got other issues. I want to shoot this. Didn't even aim that properly. James has been shot in the side, so I decided I want to try and get in front of it. Take the shot, but he misses anyway. And then I derp out here. I'm just sat in front of James for a bit. Didn't do that on purpose, I swear. Really didn't. So we're just going to rush him. It's T34-1. Track him. I suppose I'm getting all the tracking damage, to be honest. T35-2. Someone's getting angry in chat. Oh, he's just been slammed. He's on 200 health. I realise he's going to be stupid, so I finished that off. Your cat, no one there. Me and James decide, you know what? Let's just try and get back to base. And an idiot just... Yes. So there's the Conqueror. There's a lot of us going back. There's a couple of us going to base. They've got some good players left. We've got some good players left. But even, I don't usually take into account... Oh. Excuse me, that was stupid. I don't usually take into account my score on the XVM because I know that sometimes I'm just crap. I'll just ignore him. I was going to aim and shoot his Lord Player, but I thought he's probably going to die and we need to get back. And I take a massive shot on top from an E75. Someone's raging, someone always does, but we're all pretty fast. So James went a bit faster, but his crew's much better than mine. So we've got a fully health T34, brilliant. So let's try and work him down, and some idiot at WZ decides, you know what, let's shoot the cover he's behind, so he can shoot me. So I ain't definitely going now. I think he has a hard on for James anyway, so. Get that massive shot in. I don't know if I'm going to reload before. I tried to get there before, but easy. And somehow we capped, even though, right, they're all in their base, but we capped. And I think we had 2 tanks in. Don't make much sense to me. Maybe he was like hidden away. Because I know it doesn't store the cap on a standard assistant counter. But yeah. So I'll bring the results screen up for that. Top Gun. And I didn't even notice it was Top Gun. And then we'll go on to another game. And we're back for our 3rd game, and this time, as you can see, it's a sea of red. And they've got 3 pretty good players, and we've got edging on 5. But again, I don't count myself, so 4. I don't know if James would count himself either, really. Sometimes, whatever the stats say, you might be a unicum. Sometimes you still just derp out so bad. No one can deny it. I've seen it on live streams. Everyone derps out sometimes for some reason. Right, so we're on Lakeville. I like this map. I like slugging it out in the town here. I really like this town. Don't like being spotted instantly and dying, which is why I don't go down there anymore. But, you know, there's pretty even spread, I suppose. I would have thought more would go this way, to be honest. I was checking the gun depression. You get more off the side than the front, I believe, in this thing. James is checking his, and he gets. Type does not have good gun depression, but it has so much better than this. ELC again. What do you think is gonna happen, people? Run, Lurch. Oh, ELC's in this machine. So funny. Ends their life very quickly. So, an SU, James is like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Because he's got the dirt. And it's not a brilliant situation. I'm not going to be able to side scrape. He shoots, he's out for like 16 seconds. I'm going to aim him and take that shot. Apparently I didn't aim it that much. Again, this gun. Something about it. And what I was saying is that KV4 is supposedly their best player. I really want to isolate him and just mess with him. Take a shot. Shot goes in on the move, fair enough. Trying high behind the test shoot, hoping he just ignores me. See, my gun depression isn't actually good enough to aim at him like that. Aiming in, he sits there. IS-3 turret is, I'm sorry, it might say 220. Interesting bounce. Won't play it, but it's trash to me. IS-3 turret is complete trash at close range. The entire top of it is a pen. You just shoot above the gun, shoot two cupolas. It's pretty easy to shoot. Everyone else is gone. Now, KV4. As I was saying about supposedly best players, watch this KV4. Right, you've got tier 8 premium on your ass. Doesn't care so far. Maybe he'll care now, I'm getting closer. No, he just wants that M5, but doesn't want to shoot him. Fine, I'll take another shot. Does he care yet? Nope, he's trying to ram an M5. Best player on their team. Oh, no, now he's realised I exist. Just... words evade me sometimes. This bit's quite amusing as well. I was like, James, should we cap? He went, nope, let's kill. So, let the killing commence. Need some like epic music here now, like Crusader Kings or something. But Covenator, Lurch, run little scouts, run as fast as you can. James rams it to death. Goodbye, Lurch. Poor bastards. Now watch James's health. Do you think it's gonna happen, folks? Boom! BL10 with a low damage roll. And I really don't think this is gonna go in. I can see the top and his turret lamp. And it goes in. Didn't even fully aim in again. There's something with this gun that's just... it's like, it's .46, but in reality it's .3. So I'm telling James to get it, but I know they're going to try and steal it, so I take it. Sorry James, it's Top Gun. I needed it. I'm going to try and get this S51, but it's not going to happen. I also thought the roller aim was just going to shoot him dead in the point blank. I should have gone sideways here. Shot quicker. I miss, he misses. Went for the ram, but it's too late. Right, I'll bring the results up for this one, which was, I think, notice on the results screen for this how much money I make. Because it's got a really good multiplayer, but it's not as good as the types, which I think is one of the reasons it's out of stock. You make so much money with the type. But yeah, and I'll see you all in a minute. Hello, and we're back for the last time, and this time you can see it's another tier 9 game, just a bit of tier 9 though. There's a few unlucky tier 7s who've got into this. Not as unlucky as when I'm in my Panther, all the time. But yeah, I need to put some Panther gameplay up actually, because after the new engines, it's so much more mobile I feel, even though I think it's got less horsepower in the engine. It just feels so much more mobile. It feels like a good solid tank now. But yeah, so I'm teamed up with James still, because this is like, all these matches were literally after each other. They got the most unbelievable luck. And I say luck, it wasn't skill, it was just pure luck. The shot shouldn't be going in. It's like it's saying, you know what, today Scott, you're gonna have a good day. Your shots are just gonna hit. And then like the next 2 weeks it's going to be fully aimed in, completely miss. In fact I think this gun does it in this one. But for a tier 9 game, it's quite a healthy amount coming to town. I'm going to stay with James, and I remember this game. This game was good. So, I'm going to try and rush up here for a quick shot. I always do, sometimes I just get molested, but you know. IS-3, front plate, he's driving on normally, but he's probably going to go in. Tries to shoot James. Centurion shoots James. That shot goes in to shoot James again. James decides to go around thinking I'll have more luck over there. See how that goes. Trying to side script, but not exactly a side script machine. Don't aim, straight in. Low damage though. Like 288 is the least this thing can do. Something like that. Not copy 288. So I decided to help James. I realise I'm leaving an IS, but I think they're probably going to shift their attention over here. Like this suicidal Centurion. And I swear I'm not using James's protection. Because I decided to get in front of him. Lower plates, trash, all British tanks. Always shoot lower plate, so I try and take the shots for him. I realised I used him as cover and then realised he's on half the health. So it's not a good idea. So James goes to help the IS. Another bounce. He just shot, hit the turret bounces it. So there's a lot of nasty tanks. I mean, I don't know how they'd suffer on that side, to be honest. But I get a bit too cocky, which is what started to happen. I think this is why I started losing games later on in the day after taking a break, because I probably got a bit too cocky after these really good games. James is defending now. Trying to hold these three, the IS T34s ample. Well, that was a trick, by the way, that then. I was thinking, I've got really good traverse. If I stick sideways, the ISs might think, well, my shot will go in through his side, so I can take that shot and he won't have time to turn. And of course I do. So then I get their broadside as well. So that was my thinking then, to try and a little trick to get them out. I think I started to get a bit cocky around about here. I want to do more. But James pulls a gorgeous shot in a minute. Gorgeous shot. Shouldn't be doing this. Never do that if you're in that situation. That was terrible. That IS could have shot me in the side, knocked me out. The IS-3 could have just got his next shot in. Decides great time, and James tracks him like that. Gorgeous shot. So he's dead. He ain't got his repair kit. It's over. You can see the long reload of this thing now though. He's gonna be dead with my shot. Now, I didn't understand how that one went in really. I thought I was way too angled, but I suppose the sidearm is terrible. So I tell James to just go for it, see if we can get a bit more damage off. Get some more. James isn't loading time. So yeah, that's not as good as the other. Actually, I did 3.6k damage, so in 10 hits. So it does a lot of damage, this gun. That shows the damage of this gun. People were scared to come around. They won't be as soon as this tank's been out longer. People will be scared of it. They'll know it's reload for good players, and it'll probably become a little bit more useless. But whilst it's new, it's a beast. So that's going to be it for my T34 rather 3 little special. A bit longer. Some I think some good games. And I'll try and get some new maps for you as well. Footage of new maps, and maybe some more of this. Because this tank is probably my favourite tank right about now. It's the speed and then the power of the gun. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you join me again next time with most likely some more World of Tanks. Bye.